Hey everybody, it's Friday, December 1st. It's been a very busy day in the markets, in the news. Let me recap what has been going on. First of all, news on the national front. We have former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn pleading guilty to one count of lying to FBI investigators. And Flynn has decided to cooperate with the current investigation being led by Robert Mueller. And he said he is willing to testify against Donald Trump, saying that Trump asked him or ordered him to meet with the Russian ambassador at the time when Trump was president-elect. So the only crime here really is the fact that Flynn lied to FBI investigators, but it was one count, and that's a minor thing. However, the markets, when that news broke, the market sold off very, very abruptly, but it is recovering somewhat now. Yesterday, you may recall that when we were up 400 on the Dow, or near 400, I said it looked like a blow-off top. That may or may not work out to be the case, but so far the market is still on the defensive. There are some interesting buys that have developed today. If you want to know what those buy recommendations are, and I sent out an email to MMT Trader subscribers, please go to my website, which is pitbulleconomics.com, and sign up for a 30-day free trial of MMT Trader. Now, in the addition to the sharp stock market sell-off, which, as I said, is recovering a little bit now, we saw the dollar get hit very hard. Let me reiterate, for everyone, not just MMT Trader subscribers, the dollar has entered into a long-term downtrend. This is based on a number of factors. Number one, the Federal Reserve is in rate hike mode, and even though the market and many investors believe that there are only going to be several more rate hikes left before they end their rate hike program, I do not believe that to be true. And you could say, well, that's just my opinion, which is fine. Let's move to the next point. We are in a current state of very major fiscal expansion. The fiscal flows are very strong so far this year, and they are running above last year, which you may remember if you subscribe to my report, and I've mentioned this here on videos. We just barely missed making an all-time record high in federal spending last year, which would have eclipsed the 2009 stimulus year. I think we only missed by $26 billion, which, you know, in federal government terms and fiscal terms, that's nothing. That's like a penny. That's less. So you have that. This year we are running above that, so it's pretty much a near certainty that we will eclipse the 2009 fiscal year. So that's money printing, okay? That is real money printing. It's not like QE or ZERP, you know, with all these idiots thinking that was money printing, which it wasn't. This is real money printing, folks, okay? So that's negative for the dollar. In addition to that, we are going to get the tax cuts. Now, I think these tax cuts are poorly designed personally, but that's just me personally talking. The tax cuts amount to an additional level of fiscal expansion on top of the current level of fiscal expansion going on. That's dollar bearish. That is, I would say, inflationary. Inflation is not good for a currency, no matter what anybody tells you. It literally means your money buys less. So it is reflected in the foreign exchange value of that currency as a weaker currency, not as a stronger currency. So you have that going on, all right? And you have oil prices that are rising. We just saw the extension of the oil output cut agreement running through the end of 2018. We will see WTI above 60. This is my forecast, and I've been saying that. Higher oil prices equate to a lower dollar. It's not the other way around. Some people think a lower dollar drives oil up. No, it's the other way around. Oil affects the dollar and not vice versa. All right, when oil prices go up, the rest of the world has to run larger trade surpluses with the United States to buy the same quantity of oil that it used to buy when oil was lower, which increases the U.S. Trade deficits. People see that. They sell the dollar. There's forward hedging going on. There's all of that, okay? So that's negative for the dollar. So you factor into that, we have a falling dollar. And by the way, I didn't even touch on the real main reason that the dollar is in a long-term decline, but I've spoken about this many times, is the fact that the United States policy, and I should say it has become a very aggressive and almost belligerent policy of applying sanctions and using the dollar as a weapon, dollar weaponization, has caused a rush in the world to de-dollarize. That means shift away to other means of transaction and settlement. And this is being seen, it is manifesting. This is one of the reasons, by the way, I've said this is one of the reasons why you're seeing this explosion in the rise of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not going to be the next currency, but this is a reflection of the rest of the world's desire to seek an alternative. Now, Bitcoin popped up. It has gained popularity. Anything that is usually the first, sees a rise in popularity. If you think back to the internet, what did we have? We had AOL was the big thing. Then we had Yahoo was the big thing. But eventually there were competitors that came along. You end up having Google. Nobody talks about AOL anymore. It's a tiny little, it's just basically an email service. Yahoo's practically, out of the picture completely. So what's going to happen with Bitcoin, because now it is still like the recognized known name in cryptocurrency, but the fact that it is rising parabolically is a reflection of the desire by the rest of the world to seek alternatives to the US dollar. This is mirroring the de-dollarization desire on the part of the rest of the world. What's going to happen is other competing cryptocurrencies will emerge, and that will take the steam out of Bitcoin. And something else will probably come along that will supplant it, just like Google came along to supplant, Yahoo, and Amazon came along to supplant eBay. You always have that, all right? So, and maybe we're close to seeing that happening, all right? There are a couple of other ones coming out. Maybe Bitcoin itself, maybe that rise is going to start cooling off, and maybe you'll have others come into the picture. I don't know, but it's unquestionable. And by the way, if you see these currencies develop, these cryptocurrencies develop, and if you see the continued rise in Bitcoin, just take that as as evidence of the world's desire to de-dollarize. If you sell the dollar and you hang on, you will make money, all right? If you don't know how to do that in Forex, you should buy my Forex course. Go to my website, pitbulleconomics.com, and get my 5-video, 25-hour course, very intensive course on how to trade the Forex markets. Read some of the testimonials. Go to pitbull.com/testimonials, and you'll read. I've helped a lot of people. So anyway, that is what is going on. If you want all that information, and if you want my MMT Trader, also I have zombie trading. All right, we front run the zombies and get out before they die. That is my Forex signal service. Understanding the daily treasury statement. That is a very, very worth it course for $99. It's all there at pitbulleconomics.com. See everybody later. Bye-bye.